Japanese low-budget, high-volume, mighty cool movie maker Takashi Miike serves up his 100th helping of action goodness with his 2017 samurai sword crowd pleaser, Blade of the Immortal. And this one rocks like a cradle of carnage. With a breathtaking black and white shot opening prologue that introduces us to our unyielding protagonist, Manji, played perfectly by Takuya Kimura. Miike's live-action take on this highly popular manga delivers more than a katana hell's chance for the former constable and now masterless samurai, squaring off alone against a small army of sword-wielding fighters, led by a bounty hunter out to claim the reward on the head of the recently outlawed Manji. Manji killed 6 samurai, including his own master, leaving his pretty young bride, Machi, a widow. Shame stops Manji from taking his own life, as he feels obligated to not leave her alone in the world because of his own acts. Fate deals its inevitable cards though, and Machi is killed in front of Manji by the callous bounty killer, who then unleashes his small army of hired killers to attack Manji. The fight is brutal and bloody, but against such overwhelming odds, the outcome is inevitable, and in a brutally bloody assault upon Manji's body is sliced, diced, maimed and injured to a fatal end. Losing a hand, then an eye, and then callously set about by sniper archers in a cowardly form, before finally falling to the fateful blade of the end boss. Not before literally scything his way gorily through all stood in front of him though. What an opening! A man of purpose, a man of courage, and a man of honour, fighting for what he believes in, yet burdened with guilt and regret that those innocent caught up in his pernicious path. Take a big breath, sit back and bathe in the next bloody brilliance in full glorious colour, to follow as the blade of the immortal does rise. An 800-year-old mysterious old haggard woman appears at the aftermath and leans over the maimed and lifeless body of the fallen Manji. She imbues his body with sacred bloodworms of the holy Lama. They become a part of Manji, living inside of him, making him whole again and making him immortal. His lost hand reattaching itself, and his multiple injuries all healing up, and breath is brought back to his lungs as Manji rises up, immortal, bearing his battle scars now in full colour upon the screen, as the screen image changes from black and white. This now grabs your full attention, and Takashi Miike has a whole heap more kill, carnage, set-piece vengeance to unleash upon us. 50 years pass, and the Ito Ryu gang care for no new Japan fight schools or styles, and use any kind of weapon they so wish against all tradition, wrecking dojos all over the region of Edo, looking to destroy all and to unite as one. Their mantra, join or be destroyed. They are led by the precocious young master Anotsu. He stands watching over the last dojo that the Ito Ryu attack, as its master is killed and his wife taken. But the master's young teen daughter, left to live. A decision that of course has later ramifications. And at the grave of her father, a young girl named Rin is visited by the same 800-year-old woman seen in the prologue. And she asks Rin what she intends to do. Rin solemnly stakes that she shall seek out her mother and kill the men responsible for her abduction and the murder of her father. The old woman tells her to then hire a bodyguard, and she just so happens to know the perfect one. A guy living somewhere in Edo, a man who can no longer die, an immortal being named Manji. Find him and find the way to do what she seeks to do. In Blade of the Immortal. Rin soon discovers the secluded humble abode where Manji lives, alone, spending each day practicing and honing his fighting skills with and without weapons. When Rin appears before him, he is immediately struck by the memory of the young Machi who was murdered in front of him 50 years earlier. Manji has himself not aged a single day in appearance, and Rin looks just like the young girl he swore to protect back then. He has been given an opportunity for redemption. He eventually decides to take Rin under his protective wing, agreeing to become her bodyguard and to stand up for her against the Ito Rio gang, and also train her daily to improve her own fighting skills. Let the samurai sword swing and the blood flow. Manji, the blade of the immortal, is back in business, and heads will fall, along with legs, arms, and all manner of body parts, with a bloody relish. Blade of the Immortal kicks all kind of Asian ass as Manji straps on a dictator of rampant revenge against the scourge of the land, with all manner of freakish killing machines and skilled fighters and weapons experts thrown up against him. Manji takes them all on, often getting usually fatal blows and ending up in traps of death, yet healing from them due to the bloodworms within him and his dogged desire to fight on and protect the young Rin. The movie is not without the usual Takashi Miike wry vein of humour amidst the high level of fast delivered action, as the R-rated rhetoric flies along with the blood and samurai, stances and standoffs aplenty. All add to the enjoyability of this brutally bad to the bone period action piece with its contemporary cool veneer. Blade of the Immortal is an action fan's roller coaster ride to satisfaction, and Takashi Miike followers will revel in as well, as this is an easy 7 out of 10 viewing experience with great rewatchability, easily racing through its seemingly long running time of some 140 minutes, like sitting down with a 90-minute movie. Throw in quirky and deranged characters and foes aplenty, including a fellow immortal of some 200 years of age, out to pit himself against Manji, and Blade of the Immortal slices its way through the cinematic cake with a tasty slice for near all who indulge in its mixture of groovy good ingredients. Authentic, old-school, handcrafted village sets from the classic samurai and shogun movies of yesteryear greatly add to the experience and enhance the overall enjoyability of the film. A full moon night shot fight sequence is brilliant to behold, and dirty, divisive fight tricks, including Tibetan bloodworm poison to counter the immortal, a deliciously dark moments interwoven into the fiery fabric of the movie. The coldly calculating master Anotsu even brings in extra help in the shapely form of a femme fatale, but who herself has an unexpected conscience when coming up against the stunned Manji. They all come together though for the barnstorming wraparound segment finale in awesome battle royal style for Blade of the Immortal. Blade of the Immortal thrusts its intended sword of vengeance more than tongue-in-cheek, homaging style into the beating heart of movies such as the Lone Wolf and Cub series of films and the hellishly slick Hanzo movies from back in the 70s, along with so many other great samurai cinematic standout films of that period. Takashi Miike has done it again, and for his 100th movie, Blade of the Immortal is indeed cause for celebration. Get down to your viewing dojo and sit astride that samurai swing ASAP, as Arrow Video have landed another winner here, and of course the Blu-ray, DVD and Steelbook editions all come with welcome special features that include a newly shot 2017 interview from Arrow Video as an exclusive by them with Takashi Miike himself, talking about his movies here, Blade of the Immortal. A selectable audio commentary track by Tom Mess and a stills gallery and original theatrical trailer also complement the bonus features. Draw your shoguns and wield that mighty sword. There's samurai sushi to be had. And Blade of the Immortal sure does stand out on the Mighty Miike menu of memorable movies. Thanks for watching. Sayonara for now.
Buckaroo Banzai is pure nutty fun.
Mugen!
Holy Toledo!